We are going to have a guest speaker with us who's gonna cover or share his knowledge on the startups he has started from last 1.5 year. And this how it comes into my mind that being a technical advisor in here in five largest incubator in Dubai Internet City, I play a role as to advise on the emerging technologies to a lot of startups. There I met a lot of startups owners, and we advise them on selections of technologies and how we can help them to selection of on their business applications or on the AI or machine learning or IoT solutions, and how they can utilize the technology, the backbone of their business. So keeping in mind that, I've thought to let me, start inviting number of guest speakers on our show so that they can share their knowledge, their expertise with all of us.
Welcome to the O-Tech Talks podcast, where it's all about working on technologies. You will hear the latest tech information, and your host, Kashif Manzoor, brings together product overviews, how-tos, best practices, tips and tricks, and troubleshooting techniques.
Welcome to otechtalks.tv podcast session number 69. And once again, welcome to the month of Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem to all of you. Today we have a very different session, as we have a surprise for our community fellows. We have a guest speaker with us today who's going to share his journey as a startup founder. If you're new to the show, Open Tech Talks is your weekly sandbox for technology insights, experimentation, and inspiration, with the primary objective of learning and sharing. I really appreciate your feedback on the social channels and on my email. Really, I'm humble, and thank you so much for all your valuable comments, which is enforcing me to learn and share and even improve myself. As you may are aware about our episodes of our show, we used to have sessions from my side, and from last couple of months we were doing on digital transformation, and there were 30 plus sessions we have done on digital transformation, from very beginners to the some senior level, that how you want to plan it, how you want to assessment and hypes versus reality and all that things. Now, what we have done today is, we have a guest speaker with us, and we are going to start session with different guest speakers, which ranging from owners, founders of startups, or even some of the tech gurus and some of the professional experts on their fields. And we will reach out to all the experts to share their knowledge, expertise with all of us, and we will learn collectively from them, as they are the practitioner, they are doing it. And I'm just linking back this, when I have started this podcast back in March 2015, almost 5 years. After a few episodes in March, April, May, and I think in June 2015 and July 2015, I had an opportunity to invite three guests, which they shared their experience with us. It was very few at that time. Episode 14, episode 13, and that was 12th of July, 1st of July 2015, 18th of June 2015. There were three sessions, and then I stopped it, and then there was some break during the podcast, and then again started it, reinforcing my messages on the podcast. So I'm just recollecting my old memories when I was doing it was 5 years back. So now again we start. I'm thrilled. I'm very motivated to start and invite some of the guest speakers in our show. And the first speaker I've invited is my childhood buddy friend and it's my brother and my cousin. And we lived together during university, college, when we were studying in a master's. And he was also a was doing a full-time job. And then a year and a half and a year back, he has started his own startup, which is influenced from his some uh, I think off time or maybe part time work or knowledge or maybe his expertise or maybe his inspiration to start his own business. And that's what we are going to have him today with us, the founder of the woodvalue.com startup on the specialized handmade wood uh, gifts. And let's welcome him on our show. Welcome to OTech Talks podcast. This is Kashif Manzoor, and today we have a very special session with us. We have a guest speaker, Mudassar Rasool, founder of the woodvalue.com, and we want to welcome him for our first session after a very, very long time. I think we are again going to start podcast sessions with the guest speakers. So let's welcome Mudassar Rasool.
Thank you very much.
So hi Mudassar, I think I'm very happy to have you on the podcast and really appreciate your sparing the time during Ramadan. And let's, for our audience, let's go for, if you introduce yourself, that will be very, very happy,
Oh, thank you very much, first of all, for having me there. And I'm very delighted to share some of my views with you. I'm Mudassar Rasool. I have a financial and IT background in education. I'm MBA. I started my career in an IT organization, and I was looking there the accounts and IT related matters. Then I moved to financial institutions and I worked there in the operation management capacity. And during that time, I was enjoying a full-time happy employment. Then uh, during the off time from office and my family, I was used to exploring and searching the business opportunities. In some corner of my mind, I was kind of an entrepreneur, always finding solutions and looking for ease of doing business and doing things to complete the task in a very smart ways. Then finally, I was able to take a tough decision of my life, a very risky one. I quitted my full-time job and started an e-commerce business. And definitely there was a massive support from my family, and I was able to do something amazing and something interesting. And I started an e-commerce business in the name of the Wood Value, and I did everything from scratch. I built this e-commerce store from zero. I started product hunting myself, then product procurement, then product warehousing, then in making inventory of that, and then product photography, and I write the content for that products, and I designed some kind of WordPress website. I run Facebook campaign, and then I made the product packaging, and I deliver the product by myself. And this is the whole thing I did myself from A to Z, and it was a great fun.
Right. Now, thank you so much for introducing me, sir. Now, before going into formal, more questions and answers on your journey, I want to share some of my comments that myself and Mudassar knows from childhood. He's my, best buddy, my cousin, my brother. We work together, we live together, and we, spend all our college universities together. Now, why I invited him personally for the first podcast after maybe 5 years when I did it in 2015. I invited few of guest speakers and then I stopped it and then I was just doing myself. So the key reason for inviting him that he has started a journey which is building his own business, leaving the job, and in technology. That's important, that and the way business of the technology is going on e-commerce. So that was a very very big step. So I thought to invite him for the session, and that it will encourage our audience and our community fellows to start such journeys, or maybe they can think about it, or they can learn from his story. Thank you so much for being a guest on our show. Now, how you feel? Are you okay with after I think 1.5 year, 1 year spending?
Yes, I'm no doubt it's a tough time, but I am very comfortable and I am very optimistic, and I'm doing everything with fun, with very enthusiastic. I'm very enthusiastic, and I'm learning a lot.
Mhm.
Definitely, there are some issues related to finance, as you are not expecting and you are not earning that much money, but you are enjoying it, and that's a great thing. That you love at the
Right,
end, you are love to enjoy what you are doing.
right, right, right. So, what's your number one? If we ask in a top tip or to help uh, to someone, if you want to start a business in e-commerce, if someone else want to start it.
Uh, there are multiple things which depends upon your education, your living style, and the surrounding, the environment in which you are doing your either full employment or job or business. I think the very first tip for doing a business is to have a patience in you. You have a full patience for doing your job. You're doing your business. And the second thing is the budget you allocate to promote and you to do the business. I think patience and budget make you a very the combo of patience and budget make you a very put you on a success to the on a road to the success.
Right,
and
right.
uh, and selecting a niche product, and that's
Mhm.
already another tough job. And if you
Mhm.
do a proper product hunt and product research, then you will be able to do something a good one.
Right. And how I understand this, your business is an e-commerce, but you're selling very specialized niche area in the wood,
Mm.
where you have products made or handmade from wood. So, if
Yes.
I mean, is it handmade or is it manufactured on a machine, or how is it?
Uh, I have a mix of products, mainly the handwood wood products, which is also our cultural items, which are 100% made from old traditional ways to make decoration items from wood. Definitely, there are some machine involved, basic tool, necessary tools to mold, to design your the the product, your decor item you want to sell, you want to have it. But there, as the advent of CNC machines and other manufacturing tools, it also enables to make some all very related to handmade products, but in a mass production. So it's a combo from handmade and CNC laser guided tools to make the products.
Right. As our sessions or shows is based on technology, I
Mhm.
mean, primarily. So, what are the technology tools or a technology you are using, for your business? Either it's e-commerce or managing it or maintaining it. So what are the main technology components behind the scene which are helping you?
Uh, there are two things. As I'm running a e-commerce store, and definitely I need some very specialized tools to run my e-commerce platform, to be on present online and present my product there. And the other part is making the products. I'm also using some CNC related equipment and machineries to make my decor items according to very precise design and very precise uh, to make a very beautiful things and according to new geometric designs. And as far as e-commerce concerned, I think I took a very good advantage from tool Niche Scrapper, where I can find and hunt the product which I want to sell, and I want to know what are the trends and what are the future prospects of selling those items, and how much I am going to spend my money on Facebook ads. So it's on and off tools which I use in to discover my product, to promote my product, and to make my product through some laser guided machines.
And what are the technology platform you're using for e-commerce?
I'm using WordPress, uh, and I also use some Ali Dropship plugin,
Mm-hmm.
because there are some products which I'm as dropshipping. I'm running the model of dropshipping summit, and it's a dropshipping model plus I'm also making my own products. So it's a dropshipping plus you the dropshipping products and the products you are making you at yourself.
All
So
right.
I'm also adding an Ali Dropship plugin to promote and add
Okay.
my products.
So your primary tool is a WordPress WooCommerce, which is the open source, right? So have you got a
Yeah.
did a comparison or worked on Shopify or any other e-commerce store, any other e-commerce platform?
Yes, I have tested Shopify, and I want to say that I was first inclined towards this e-commerce business by inspiring Shopify.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
took the trial and I did some work on it, but I find that Shopify is a very expensive platform. There are too much recurring cost over there each
Mm-hmm.
month, because as Shopify charge you per month, and there are multiple tools which are very necessary. You have to have them, and they charge you every lot. So it's a good one, but it's an expensive one. And the WordPress WooCommerce tool is a very cheap one, and you can do the business with very low financial cost, and very easy and comfortable to operate that WordPress WooCommerce.
So how you learned the technology, the e-commerce? Did you hire someone or you did yourself or
Uh, it's a totally self-learning process.
very good, excellent.
No doubt, no doubt. I have a educational background in IT, and I have a computer science diploma there. But I learned everything from scratch, and I
Mhm.
learned everything after quitting my job.
Right, right.
So
Mhm,
it's it was a
mhm,
self-learning process.
mhm. So if it was self-learning process, so what one thing you wish that you know before starting your business, if you go into that direction, that okay, what is one thing you want, you are realizing that you should know before starting your business?
Uh, no doubt, I learned after 1 year of doing my business there. I learned a lot, and then I realized one big thing that I should know to be. I think I might be on some other track as I'm today. That I know. I wish I know that uh, drop shipping model. I
Hmm.
was not very familiar when I started this business model, but as over the period of time, I learned that drop shipping is a very good one, and very easy to do, and there are a lot of opportunities there. But I learned that after some time. I wish
Hmm.
I had known that drop shipping model at the very start of my business career.
Right, right. Now that's point on that you wish you would known that the one before
Very
starting,
beginning, from very
yeah, very
beginning.
beginning. So till now, what is the biggest mistake you made as a founder of the woodvalue.com?
Uh, as started a niche business without control on production, and I spent limited budget on marketing, and then have too much expectations from my business,
Mm-hmm.
And you can say that I did not had a proper product research.
Okay.
I was inspired by products, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have such in-depth study of that product to be to see and to have the forecast about the selling and the needs and other requirements. I think I did not had a proper product research before.
Okay. So have you, after spending 1 year, you have changed your strategy on a product search, or?
Yes, definitely. As I came to know that I had this this is a big one mistake I did. So I buy some tools and I get I study a lot. I
Mhm.
read many books and
Okay.
I had a very fruitful discussion with my colleagues in the business, and I acquired some, and I had some very and like the, as I said before, a niche scraper tool
Mm-hmm.
to know to have a very uh, productive product research to
Mm-hmm.
launch your business and launch your new product.
So, what's your favorite tool if we summarize our discussion from your business or technology point of view or till now? What's your favorite one tool if you want to share with us?
Uh, I want to say two things. As there are many different tools for doing different kinds of work and which help you in any typical environment. I think the very first tool, and that is your quest for search, and how long you can sit and Google and narrow down to solve your problem. This is the very first and very basic tool. A quest for search. If you are
Mm-hmm.
motivated and keep searching, this is the first. And
Mm-hmm.
then the other an added tool, niche scraper tool, which is very good for product hunt and as well as for to let you know your competitors in the market,
All right,
especially in
right.
the drop shipping business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, what are the one or two or any book which influenced your life or which you like very much?
Uh, yes, I recently read many books, especially as I am in the e-commerce business, and so I have to read that one. I read a lot of books like on SEO and like the art of SEO, landing page optimization, the content machine, the beginner's guide to link building, and pro bloggers, and many more articles about how to write blogs. Uh, as I also read some time ago a book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that's an
Mm-hmm.
amazing book, and that let you change the way you think, the way you move forward, and the approach, how you see things and how you should tackle the problems and how you should behave and how you should lead and do your work. The Rich Dad Poor Dad, I think everyone must and should read that book. That's very beautiful book.
Right, right. Now, during your 1.5 year of your business and the way you shared with us, a number of learning mistakes. So, if we will club
Yeah.
this one to how as a failure or a parent failure, or maybe, you set up for it later
Yeah.
success. Do you have any favorite failure of yours that which inspired you that yes, it enforced me or it pushed you to move forward?
Yeah. Uh, Failure is definitely a painful thing. However, you always try to sugarcoat in some way. But no doubt, I'm facing some failures in the start of my business career. And as such, I don't have a favorite one so far. I made my best investment of time and money on the Wood Valley project. I did spend so much time and money on making products and the product samples and inquiring vendors. I made my dependency on them,
Mm-hmm.
and they were not as fruitful as I was expecting.
Hmm.
But I also spend too much time on self-learning. I think it's my best asset now, and
Hmm.
now I'm confident that now I know better how to run an e-commerce business. I spend too much time on running Facebook campaigns, and I know how to run a better Facebook ads. I think these are my. There are some mistakes, but there are some more learnings. I think my learning side is more heavier than my mistakes so far.
Right, right. And what is the one of the best or most worthwhile investment you have ever made during your this startup journey?
Uh, I as I'm in the 40s and I'm very in that age you are very rational and
Hmm.
you learn something new and you keep that learning let you moving on, and I think this is the best thing that I'm still passionate about reading, and I'm reading a lot, and this is the best thing I think.
And any unusual habit or absurd thing that you love or that you want to keep with you?
uh, Recently I recently discovered that I spend too much time on gathering general information, which I thought that I should know, but but later on I discovered that was not necessary for me.
Hmm.
Now I'm filtering out that unnecessary information, and you know when you do some research work, you gather unnecessary information with yourself, and
Hmm.
I think this is an unusual habit I had. Now I'm filtering it out and making it very narrow.
Right. And the past few years, what new belief or behavior or habit that has improved your life?
uh, I think the best habit I had uh, to read to read books and to keep have an eye on and research on some new topics and some new things, and this is the best habit I think you should have.
So what I'm noticing that from our discussion that although you started as a you know independent startup and while you were searching hunting the products, but what I'm noticing is the learning or the reading of books and spending too
Hmm.
much time on the reading. So it's
Yes.
mean it's not about only starting a business. It's mean as a founder or whoever want to start a business, he need to spend a time on improving his knowledge. Is and and what is your suggestion or advice to someone who wanted to start a business, and then how he will balance his reading habit, or do he earn what should he do?
I emphasize on learning so much because, as with the advent of technology and some unforeseen events are happening, just as COVID-19, there are too much and rapid changes in everything. And to cope up with that, you should read and you should keep yourself updated all the time. You cannot do a business, and especially an e-commerce business, on the model you had in back in 20 years ago or 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, which was good at 5 years back. That's not good right now, and
Mhm.
that's the reason I emphasize on reading and learning something.
Right.
And as you said, what I, what I want to ask and what is the advice? I think you should always prepare and in your daily in your daily routine that two column comparison sheet. One column you should write what you learned today, and the other column you should write what you produce today in the learning process.
Hmm.
And you make comparison, and at the end of the day you should know whether your producing column is heavier than your learning column. If your the producing column is heavier, then I think you are on the success side. So
Hmm.
keep learning and keep producing at the same time. this is, I think, the best thing you can do, and you should do.
Right, right. Now you have mentioned the COVID-19, which our universe we are all facing, and pandemic, coronavirus. So have you evaluated or during this time on your business impact, or did you plan it something, or what are your take on this as a businessman? What are you doing?
Uh, Actually, it's a bad time for everyone, for every business model. And as this epidemic start emerging, and it as is growing and affecting the people and businesses, I at that moment started to to see and to forecast what's going to be in next coming of couple of years, in coming couple of months. And I am repositioning my marketing strategy, and
Right,
I started reposition my product hunt research. Now I'm doing in another way, in another that is not existed before. So I'm struggling and learning again to how to respond to the after COVID situation.
right, right, right. Now, as you started your business, so must be you're getting a lot of recommendations from your friends, your colleagues. So, if you will ask, what are the bad recommendations you hear in your in while you started your business, or while you started as a startup?
Uh, yes, there was a good one, the bad one, but people generally pass on some generic comments about your business, your model, and your doing of any business.
Hmm.
And because people don't know about the in-depth and reasons why is it successful and why is it failure, they pass on generic comments, and their comments and recommendations are no use for you, and rather those comments and their recommendation irritate you. I think that's very common. You can avoid that, but people don't know, so they pass on something and which irritates you.
Right, right, right. Yeah, I agree with you that people don't know anything, but then they just pass some commands which are not related to them, but that eventually it will impact to the others one. Right, right, right. So
Yeah.
then now definitely in your business you must be getting so many new ideas, new things which are distractions, or maybe okay, I should start this
Mm.
one, I should start at another area, or maybe it's not working, let me go move on to another product. So how you avoid or overcome or manage your distractions, or which approaches you use?
uh, I have just learned. I just learned, and then I think that is the only proven formula from the known history. Uh, how to become motivated, how to remain motivated, and how to achieve success ultimately. And I learned that, and that's the only thing, and that is keep doing, keep doing. That is the only thing which let you undistracted and let you move onward. Keep
Hmm.
doing something, keep doing, that's it.
Right, right, right. So while you keep doing it, then definitely some point of time either you feel overwhelmed or feel unfocused, or maybe you feel okay, I'm stuck somewhere. So what do you do? How it will help you?
There are definitely some patches. As before, I had a very strong passion for watching movies, and in recent times, I couldn't find to watch a movie, as I was very fond of that one. But when I feel unfocused, or I think I need a break, I watch a movie. I think it's the best distraction for me, to
Mm-hmm.
take some time and
Right.
get some entertainment and rethink over and do something over again, and that keep me fresh all the time.
Right. Right. Amazing. So now coming back to the platform which you are using for
Yeah.
you running an e-commerce, which is WooCommerce, and you have also an experience on the Shopify doing with the recurring, which you shared with us. Now,
Yeah.
uh, are you facing challenge on that, or being a new beginner to that technology, or how or from where you got help? Primarily, are there reasonable resources available, or you approach someone, or you approach some person, or a company, or an organization, or a consultant?
As I said, that I kept myself busy in the learning process this whole time, and I made comparison by myself. I just did WooCommerce, WordPress WooCommerce, and I ran the same platform and some dummy website on Shopify, and I made comparison by myself by how they are facilitating you, how is it easy it is to launch your product, to do some SEO work, and how the customer and how the designs are very convenient for customers and how they are user friendly. And I found both are, as a newbie, both are very convenient, not tough one. But as I said, as I mentioned, the Shopify is a expensive tool. You can do same things, same kind of user interfaces are available in WooCommerce platform, and same are available in Shopify. And definitely, I had some discussions, and I had some. As I'm not so technical, but I had some friends there, and I had some technical discussion over both platforms. And the WordPress WooCommerce, I think, is the easy to use, and definitely it's very cost effective.
All right. Now, can you share if our audience want to reach you on your website or e-commerce, or if they want to get some more information, what's your social channels, or your your business address? I mean, websites or something.
Definitely, I want to share them. My e-commerce website site www.dwoodvalue.com, and I have with same name Facebook address and d_wood_value at Instagram. They can reach me over there, and they can have a very good look of handmade wooden products, which are very beautiful and environmentally friendly wooden decor items, which we are definitely inclined wood from very so from in the history that we are inclined towards wood, and the wood also have very beautiful grains and colors, which make you happy, and which you want to look at them, and that they are beautiful. That beautiful stuff is available on my website, and I wish you should visit the website and have a look at the wonderful items of your home decors, kitchens, and wooden toys, and the wall hangings that are really nice and very beautiful.
All right. Thank you so much, Mudassar. Now, final question before we conclude our today's session. I mean, as you left your full-time job and then you started your startup, if someone wanted
Yeah.
to start like you, what is the one suggestion or guidance or advice you would you want to give or pass to them so that they can keep in mind?
I think that when you are going to start a e-commerce platform or any other business, you should do some homework, and that homework in very detail and in depth. That you should reach what are the products, how they will be made, and what were the solutions before you were launching that product, and what are the outcomes that after you launch that product, what will be the response from the public, and how much finances are cost involved, and how much time it will take to launch and to promote that product, and how much your budget on marketing. That all things you should prepare on paper, and that is the thing I think you should keep more focused and put your everything in details, an actual product on the paper, and that your work or your homework on paper let you enable you to do something, whether you should go for it or not. If you should go for it, then what are your strategies and how you will implement and launch those strategies. I think this is the tip. I think you should do your homework first to do any business.
And I agree with you, Mudassar, that
Mm.
the way you concluded it, that before starting any one who was not doing a business, and he started from some full-time jobs and moved to
Yeah.
their own business, start a program in any technology, or it's a physical products or digital products, you need to write it down clearly. And that's what I think your concluding remarks are also, that he should follow each and every piece of information in a document that can be consulted later on. And what do you think this document should have? I mean, did you included all your budgets, forecast, profit and loss, or cash flow? Everything was there, or how you did it?
Yes. Everything from scratch. That's if you say your balance, you should make your balance sheet on the very first day, and will be your cash flows, and make your income statement properly as the multinational organization make their income statements and balance sheets, and let someone to have a look at your income statement and balance sheet and cash flows. So his advice, his guidance will let you to see how rational that figures you are placing in that document. That's the one thing that's the financial matters. You should write it down, and you should consult someone to vet it. And on the making the product side, you should have a technical discussion with someone, how you are going to make that product, and how how time that product will be to be prepared. And then there is another discussion and paperwork that how your product will be launched. There are some another calculations and metrics involved there, that how your product will be launched. So that's a lot of work, but that lot of work should only be on papers, in your worksheets, in your Word documents, or in your PDF documents. So you can say that your physical product or services, whatever it will be, everything should be in a digital form, on your Excel sheets, on your documents, on your PDFs, on your presentations. So you should cover each and everything, and you should write it down from full stops and commas as well.
Right, right. I understood, I think. Thank you so much for joining us with us today and sharing your valuable insights and a journey of a founder who has just started his business after doing so many years full-time job. And I think we all pray for you. God bless for your business, for yourself, and then within this time, unprecedented time which we are facing in COVID-19, we will get through and we will be back with the normal, the way we were, hopefully, inshallah. And
Yes, of course, inshallah.
our wishes for you, for your business. Thank you so much once again for joining us.
Oh, thank you very much, Kashif. And it was a nice time, and we had a wonderful discussion. And you are always very cooperative and very fruitful for me. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks for listening to the O Tech Talks podcast, and be part of Tech Talks at otechtalks.tv. It's a turf to share ideas, insights, and innovations.